Okay. Um, uh, I'm from Bangladesh, and my home.
Hera disappears. Who disappears, guys? Oh, what happened? All right. We're unlocked, and then they will come back, hopefully. So, Pranjal, you
Yes,
asked me
ma'am.
about Carleton University.
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday I am searching, and I take decision. I make shortlist for my university list, and basically my one elder brother are studying in that university, and he also suggest me to admit there. So that's why, and I saw that that university are situated in your city. So that's why I am asking you, do you know that university?
Yeah, I always drive by Carleton University when I go to the airport.
Oh, okay.
Mm. And
That's why.
our airport also here is not very far from where I live.
Ma'am, can I ask you one question?
Okay.
Uh, in your city, the part-time job are available for the student.
A lot of jobs. Did you ask for jobs?
Part-time jobs, student
Yeah.
jobs are available in your city.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, back.
Okay, so they're back. Now you can start again. Can you?
Sorry, my
I'm
Wi-Fi connection.
really very sorry because unconsciously one pop up in my screen, and then I crossed that unconsciously, and then I was logged out.
And you see, like, what is interesting is that both of you disappeared like almost the same time.
I, I still know what happened. Let's
Yeah.
see at my Wi-Fi connection.
No problem.
Okay. All right. So start again, please.
So I can re-ask my questions.
No problem. You can start from the beginning.
Okay. So tell me something about your hometown.
I'm originally from Bangladesh, and specifically the name of my hometown is Khulna, and it's situated in the northern part of Bangladesh. Uh, I want to, uh, specially, I want to mention some specific things about my hometown. It's really very organized city, small. It's really very organized small town, and it's a good place for living, and also the atmosphere and scenic beauty is very nice.
Just a reminder,
Okay.
guys. Part one questions. The answers are short.
Very short,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue, please.
Okay, so what's the weather like in your country?
Um, Basically, in our country, it's a tropical. It's situated in a tropical zone, so it's moderate temperature, and it's in a country of 6 seasons. But especially nowadays, we are uh, observing that the seasons are only two: summer and very short winter.
Okay, so do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I have couple of hobbies. Among them, I want to mention few of them, such as listening music whenever I get time, and whenever I want to taste something different, that time I prefer cooking.
Okay, so what are some of the advantages of having a hobby?
Uh, I'm not clear about the question. Could you please repeat again?
Okay, so what are some of the advantages of having a hobby?
Okay, obviously there are some advantages to have hobbies because I think it's people can get some refreshment and relax their mind to do some their favorite activities, and I think to give time own self is very important for their mental refreshment and as well as for their whole life.
Okay, this is the end of my own questions.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So may I ask you some questions about part one?
Okay, go ahead.
Sure, give me a moment. So I want to ask some question about part one from Cambridge 13, uh, test one. Okay, so this is about television program. Where do you usually watch TV programs or shows? Why not?
Sorry, can you repeat the
Yeah, sure,
question?
sure, sure, sure. Of course, of course. Where do you usually watch TV programs or shows? Where?
Well, I usually watch TV programs at home. I think it's quite convenient to me because I am not I'm an introvert person, so I usually just stay at home and enjoy movie time in front of the TV screen, and I can watch any kinds of movie that I like.
Okay, that's great. What's your favorite TV programs or shows?
Well, my favorite TV programs, I suppose it's Master Chefs. Yeah, because I really enjoy cooking and I always want to figure out some of the new recipes from the TV shows. And yeah, I also really like to watching the drama on the Master Chefs. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any programs or shows you don't like watching?
Well, I think that the TV program that I don't like the most maybe the Shark Tank because I don't usually understand much about the business things, or I think it's quite hard to catch up. So I just prefer some of the TV programs that quite similar and quite really to understand, like cooking shows or anything like that.
Okay. Will you, sorry, will you watch more or fewer TV programs or shows in future?
Well, I think in the future I will watch more TV programs. Yeah, because I think watching TV program is a really interesting activity for every people, not only me. And I think that watching TV programs can be some useful for me to not only studying for educational, but also help me to relax. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's about your part one question.
Thank you, girls, ladies.
Thank you so much.
You did great. Um, and now I'm gonna, okay, you girls can wait for your cue card. I'll give you one cue card, but I'll take care of Pranjal first. Pranjal, are you ready for your cue card?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna share with you some cue card. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, let's install. All right, I'm gonna share this on. Okay, if you can check in our group chat. So,
Yes, ma'am. Just give it time.
Okay.
so describe a time you were sleepy but had to stay awake. And your bullet points, when did it happen, why you were sleepy, and why you had to stay awake, and then explain how you stayed awake. I'll give you, oh, June, can you do me a favor? Can you give 1 minute? Can you set your timer for 1 minute for Pranjal to prepare? And Tahira, I'll ask you to give also after that 1 minute. I'll ask you to set your timer for 2 minutes.
Sure. I have
Sure,
to.
I can.
Yes. Here is my phone. So I will set timer for whom?
After the 1 minute, you start your timer
Okay.
for Pranjal. June,
I
have you
s-
started it already?
yeah, I can. Can I and I start my own timer for Franchao, right?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, can I? Okay, we start now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, your time is end now.
start
Yes.
speaking.
Okay.
Tahira, can you set your timer now, please? Okay, start speaking, my Pranjal.
Just wait a minute, please. It's my another phone. I'm not very habituated with this
That's
application.
okay.
So could you please?
Okay, Pranjal, can you start now? I already set my timer, Tahira. That's fine.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
Sorry,
ma'am. I
sorry.
am.
Start,
Can I
Pranjal.
start, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. It was in February 23rd. That day, my final year. That day, my final project submission deadline. That's why I stayed in the midnight in my office, but the project was not completed, and because after next day my software need to launch. For that, I take I need to take time, but there have some error, so that's why I need to fix that error. For this, that day I stayed in office, and my some colleagues are stayed with me. Therefore, that's why they are cooperated with us. It was very midnight. I am feeling sleepy because basically I do not woke up very and every day I am sleeping in an actual time. But that day I wake up in the morning. That's why I feeling very sleepy, and but then I take some coffee and teas, and then I feel good, and then I completed my project, and next day I submitted my project at a fixed time.
You have to work on your, okay, you still have, I remember yesterday, Pranjal, you also stopped when you still have like 19, 18 seconds. So it's the same thing today. So you try to practice speaking and then time it and then try to add something when you feel like you don't have things, you can't think of anything to say anymore. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, today how minute I speak
Yeah,
this?
you still have 18 seconds left. So that means you only spoke for 1 minute and 42 seconds.
42.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you were lacking 18 seconds. Okay, girls, are you ready for your cue card? All right.
Okay.
So
Yes, no
let's
problem.
start with home. Sorry, June.
Okay. So
Okay.
so
Okay. Come on.
I can set timer now because I bring another phone which
okay, if you
hand.
can do that, thank you.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, let me. All
So
right.
it's
So
already
June.
start.
Yeah, I'll send you the
Okay.
I'll send you. I'm still looking, browsing for the. Okay. Do you see that, June? It's about friends. So your topic would be describe a friend you remember from your childhood. You should say who the person was, how did you know this person, and how often this person visited you, and explain why you remember this person. Okay, Tahira, are you ready to give 1 minute? Set your
Yes.
time for
May I
one.
start?
Oh,
May I
okay.
start my
Can
timer?
I haven't seen it on my on
Oh,
messages. Did it already? No, or
yeah,
not?
I sent it. Okay.
Isn't it her preparation time? 1 minute?
Okay, just hold that time because she didn't get it. Yeah, I just sent it to you. Let me see. Forward. How about now?
Okay, I can see it now.
Okay. All right, Tahira, please.
Yes, I start my timer.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tahira.
You are welcome.
I'll also check for your cue card, Tahira, after. after June.
Okay, then send it to my inbox, please.
I will. Yeah.
Your time is up.
Okay.
Okay, so well,
Wait a
I
minute. I'm setting time for the next 2 minutes. Okay,
Yeah,
start
two
now.
minutes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
okay, so I would like to describe my friend, my childhood friend. Yeah, um she is yeah she is the she's Vian. She's younger than me, around 3 years old, and I I knew her because her grandparents and my grandparents are best friends, and they're also neighbors. Yeah, so I had a chance to visit her place and play with her. Well, at that time, I didn't have siblings. Yeah, so I felt a bit lonely, but it was luckily that I met her, and whenever I visit her place, I would yeah we would listen to music together, or play some uh play some games that children's always did, like hide and seek, or yeah, we can did some interesting activities at her house. And so sometimes I will stay at her house to yeah enjoy the meal with her family. And I have to say that she was really nice and gentle person. So she helped me a lot when I was introvert and reserved person. So I didn't talk much to other people, but I just feel like I was easy to say to her.
Your time
Yeah.
is up. Good
Okay.
timing.
Okay, nice. Okay, guys. So now it's your turn, Tahira. I'm gonna send you um your, how do you feel, June, about
Wow, it's a bit overwhelming because I never did speaking practice really online like this, and I just do
really?
it by myself.
But have you tried before an IELTS exam?
No, I never tried before, so this is going to be my first time on April.
Okay. Well, this is a good platform where you can practice and build your confidence, because sometimes, not sometimes, but if it's our first time, it's really overwhelming when we are already face to face with our examiner.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll send this to Tahira. Where are you, Tahira? Okay, here we go. Okay. Now you have your cue card, Tahira. It's about water. So describe a river, lake, or sea which you like, and you should say what's the name of the river, or if it's a lake, what's the name of the lake or sea, and where it is located, what is the name of the land that is close to it, and explain why you like this river, or whether it's lake or sea. Ranjal, can you do me a favor? Can
Yes.
you time, give Tahira
Okay, okay,
time
ma'am.
Prepare 1 minute,
Okay,
please.
okay.
And June, can you set your timer for 2 minutes after this one?
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, good.
Okay, Tahira, I start. Okay, Tahira, your time is up.
Okay, just give me a moment, please. So, uh, I would like to describe a water place uh, which I like. Uh, uh, all over in my life, I visited lots of places full of waters, but I want to describe one of them which actually I like most. And the name of the water place is a longest sea beach of Bangladesh, which is one of the uh, what should I say is the heritage of Bangladesh, which is Cox's Bazar sea beach. So in Cox's Bazar, there are lots of sea beaches in specific name, uh, but I didn't visit all of them, but I visited uh, few of them. The name of the beach was Labone Point, Inani Beach, and many more where I visited. And especially, I like that sea beach due to some reason because uh, people, those who are nature lover, uh, always want to close to be closer with the nature, and it's who is that kind of guy, they will feel inner attraction to be closer with the nature, so that whenever I get time, I prefer to visit that place once more. And as I
And
already mentioned,
your time is up.
Miss up.
time is up.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So how
I
was
didn't.
it? How did you feel, Tahira?
Um, Today I'm feeling mixed feel because long time I didn't practice. So, but there is regret into my space because I didn't complete the whole thing. So
Well,
I
that's
want to speak more, but maybe my speed or pace wasn't
well, that's the reality. I mean, when you do your test and you're face to face with your examiner, that's gonna happen. You still want to say more, but because your time is up, you wouldn't know when your time is up because you are not allowed to have your watch. You're not allowed to have your phone, so you would never know until the your examiner would say, "Okay, time is up." Hey, so you just keep talking until your examiner would say, "Okay, it's about time to stop." But um, with uh, with Pranjal, he is is always under time, which is not really like a huge issue, but you can improve it, Pranjal. What you do, you just have to practice speaking, try to time yourself. I I'm pretty sure you have your books and you can practice those cue cards and time yourself. You record it.
Basically, ma'am, I cannot.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I am telling that I cannot understand how much time I am talking at that moment. That's why um, I feel I think the time is up, but when I complete the um, talking, then the examiner or who uh, take my exam, he or she tell me that your times is not properly enough for that. You
Okay.
need to talk much or more.
Okay, Pranjal, the only part of IELTS speaking that you don't worry about whether you are talking short or your overtime is part two. You don't have to think that, oh, I'm under time, oh, I'm overtime. Don't. Just keep talking until your examiner would say, okay, it's done. Your time is up. So just keep talking. You don't have to worry about, oh, I've been talking a lot now. It's very long. The only part that you have to worry about the length of your speech is part one and part three. Because even though we're talking about part three, which is longer than part one, you can't also do like keep talking until it's 3 minutes. Anyways, if it's very long, your examiner will stop you anyway. Not really stop, but will find a way to give you another question so that that question is done already. You don't have to continue to talk. They will the
Ma'am,
examiner. Yes.
uh, ma'am, suppose the examiner give me a topics like it was the uncommon topics, and I do not have any knowledge about that topics. That time, what I do?
Okay, so can you think of something that you a topic that you don't know how what
Uh,
to say?
Not like that, but suppose whenever whenever he or she tell me something, any countries actual specific countries, but I do not know that country's culture or anything. So how and in that time, how can I explain
Well,
that?
in that case, the examiner would never ask you about a country. That's definitely not included in those questions. No, they would not ask. The examiner would not ask you, "Can you tell me about hypertension? Can you tell me about Madagascar?" No, it's just the common things that most of us are dealing with. And
Can I tell him that please exchange the cue card or something?
no, you can't. Okay, think of something and get back to me. Think of something, some cue cards that, but like I said, never that would your examiner would ask you about a country. Like, tell me about uh, Madagascar, and you don't know what is Madagascar, where is Madagascar located. No, that's I'm sure that the examiner would not.
Uh, like in few minutes ago, when the first part continue, the June asks the Tahera about the TV shows. So some people have that they do not watch TV, or they spending their time in another way. So at that time, how can I explain that if I do not show any TV show, watching any TV show? So uh,
Okay, okay. So But maybe okay, maybe you don't watch TV show, but maybe you heard from a friend that, or your family or your relatives, they watch this TV show. You can just say, "Oh, I don't really have a favorite TV show, but I know my friend, this friend of mine, his name is blah blah blah. I heard him talking about this TV show and that he's enjoying. And I think the name is this, but I'm not very sure because, like I said, I don't watch shows or something like that. You can just, or if it's not, you can think of something, or because you don't have a friend who told you about TV shows, just make it up. You can make it
Because I can answer this type, but um, basically in part one they ask me 4 or 5 question. If I tell him that I do not watching TV show, or and I hear that from my friend, oh father, then father he or she do not ask me any question for part one. uh, it is happen.
Oh,
Oh,
well, the examiner is, all the examiners, they're very accommodating. If you say, "Oh, I don't know about this," but just they want you to talk. They want to know if you can speak English, if you can communicate using this language. So I don't know much about this. Okay, let's say for example, in my one of my tests, the examiners asked me, "Oh, do you do you use something like cash money? Do
okay.
you have cash in your wallet or something?" And I don't, because I think most of us now we use credit cards or any
Credit card.
cards like debit. So I
Debit
told
cards.
him, I told her, no, I don't really carry cash with me. And she said, why? And I said, well, it's it's now like it's very convenient to use cards. So that's why I don't really carry cash with me. But sometimes I do, when especially when I pay for parking. Although I can pay with my card, with my credit card, but sometimes because it's only like $2, I'll just, if I have cash in my wallet like $2, then I'll just pay it with these coins rather than my card. So that's what I thought. At first, when she asked me, I really don't know how. Well, my instinct it was to answer that no, I don't carry cash because that's the truth. But then I realized that sometimes I do have those coins. So I told her that yeah, I sometimes have those. Okay, girls. So do you have anything like input? Dental. I have to go soon. Yeah, I have to go in 2 minutes because I have a meeting. Okay. So
So
you
no
have,
problem.
Thank you for
okay.
giving me.
We can wrap up for today.
Okay. All right. So we'll wrap up now and thank you for joining and I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you, ma'am.
your
Okay, thank you
precious
so
time.
much for inviting.
Thank
Okay,
you so much, ma'am.
okay guys. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.